I felt called to take out my rose quartz because life is asking you to return to your heart, your core. Open your heart chakra. Let the heart chakra lead the way. Let your heart lead the way. Soften, not toughen. Soften, not toughen. Once again, I'm reminded of a song. We need to trust to walk this earth. We need love. We need to trust to walk this earth, even though it's burning beneath us. And at the same time, I also heard, make your heart as soft as the soil beneath your feet. Make your arms as open wide, as open as your dreams. Make your heart as soft as the soil beneath your feet. Make your heart as soft as the soil beneath your feet. Make your arms as open wide, as open as our dreams. Lots of cards. It is rest time, my friend. Rest, rest, rest as much as you need. Like, soften up. Do something to comfort yourself. Call someone you love. Have a conversation with someone you love. It doesn't have to be a long or deep conversation, but just communicating with someone. It could also be in real life. And take the rose-colored glasses off. This softness that you're stepping into, it's not about seeing things through this filter, this pink rose-colored glasses, pink filter, happy, happy, happy. It's about truth, it's about honesty, authenticity. Yes, it can be painful to take off the glasses and actually see things as they are. But life wants you to embrace what is. I also got a card I've never gotten before. Maybe you feel the need to like beautify yourself. Whether you be a man or a woman, like take care of yourself. Make yourself look good, feel good. Like that really, like self-care, comfort, put on a face mask or take a foot bath. Anything to like enhance all the beautiful things in your life. Enhance all the beautiful things in your life, yeah. So it doesn't have to be necessarily your physical body, but it can also just be other areas of your life where you focus on the beautiful things, like the sun coming in, or now when I'm looking out into the sky where the snow is falling down. Focus on the beauty, focus on the softness. Yes, it can be a tough time. Yes, it can be a dark time in many aspects. Yes, it can be heavy, so that's why we need that heart energy to soften. Once again, you are shedding your old self and sprouting, but this is like a slow progress, a slow process. It's not, you're not busy, and you don't have to be busy. You're taking your time. Or maybe that's what you need, to take your time to make sure that you rest and go slow. You are on the steps towards your goals, towards your dreams. You're on the steps towards literally your heart. Like by leading with your heart chakra, you are taking the steps towards being yourself honestly and fully. beautify your life, like, or focus on the, could also be like focusing on having that perspective, putting the glasses on so you can see the beautiful things in your life. That's also how it can be interpreted. Taking care of yourself. If you like to meditate, you could also do that. To really go slow, soften the body and soften the mind. Maybe right now you're feeling a little bit of an emptiness. And that's why life is asking you to connect with your heart chakra. Because you feel, maybe you feel a little bit numb, or you feel an emotional weight that is making you feel haunted. Maybe you feel haunted by the past in some way. And by stepping into your heart chakra, really like breathing slow, focusing on what can make you feel more open, more warm, more relaxed, more embraced, more loved. That will get you out of that feeling of being like a ghost of yourself almost. A shadow of yourself. That's what I'm hearing. You don't want to be a shadow of yourself, but maybe that's what you're feeling right now. Wait a second. Maybe you've been in that state of dreaming about other things than what is here and now. Being in that illusion, in a dream state where you've seen things not as they were, but as you wanted them to be. Again, you had the rose-colored glasses on. But it's okay to be where you are. Although it's painful to see things as they are, it's also what is leading you closer towards yourself. You can't lose in this process. There's something that is incomplete. There's something that you feel like is incomplete, that you need to finish. Maybe you've been processing emotions, and you feel like you've not been processing them enough. Maybe you stepped into that grief or that anger or whatever it was, and you didn't really get to fully express it. Like it's almost as you feel like you're not finished. Like if you've been crying and you've somehow stopped, or if you stopped yourself, or you were interrupted somehow, or you like closed down, you felt that you did not get that cry fully out. So maybe that is something that you can resonate with, feeling like you kind of have to return to something to process it fully. And again, it's a progress. It's a slow and steady progress where you are growing into yourself, into who you are, becoming yourself, little by little, day by day. And at the same time, your being is here all the time. You have access to it all the time. While you're also in a process with yourself, and you're learning and you're growing, you're becoming more yourself. At the same time, you are also always yourself in the same way. One last card. Focus on the beautiful things. Focus on the softness Yes, you're out of that illusion, that dream state. Yes, something feels unprocessed or unwhole, or you feel some sort of emptiness or some sort of meaninglessness, or something that is haunting you, memories, the past, trauma, emotions. But when you soften to that, give yourself that compassion, give yourself that love, that peace, that presence. When you give yourself that presence, well, we also got the peace card. Wow. Literally, like, the peace card and the feminine card came out at the same time. So life is really asking you to step into that. Oh my god. Now it's just going crazy. Life is really asking you to step into that. The energy that represents the feminine, which is to lean back, to give in, to be where you are, to be in a process with yourself, to like be soft with yourself. Focus on the things that can give you that peace right now. What can give you that peace right now? Next card. Standing still. I'm getting that in a very comforting way. Like, standing still, be where you are, embrace where you are right now, find the beauty in where you are right now, even if it feels like you are stagnant in some way. You're not, you're constantly in a process. So like multiple cards came out after each other. This is crazy. Literally, as I talked about in the beginning, give yourself love, connect to your heart chakra. Connect to that softness. You deserve that love. You deserve to love yourself and to feel loved by yourself. And finally, maybe you feel very unprotected right now. That's kind of what I'm getting. Feel a little bit fragile, vulnerable. And when we feel like that, we just really need that protection. Sometimes we also need that protection in order to give in order to soften to ourselves. But when we can't find that protection, that can be difficult. Because then life becomes like a fight. You're fighting constantly, or constantly in a sort of survival mode. But sometimes grounding yourself, connecting to that heart chakra, connecting to that softness, that is actually the most powerful thing you can do, and the most that you can actually protect yourself from a place of softness, self-love, self-care, presence with yourself, peace. No matter what, you are in this process, you are progressing. You are on these steps, you are growing, you are evolving constantly. But life is just asking you right now to just be where you are, stand still, embrace what is, return to your softness. Be kind to yourself, is what I'm hearing. Be kind to yourself, give yourself grace. Allow yourself to feel what you feel. You don't need more roughness right now. You don't need to be more hard on yourself. But that can sometimes happen when we feel unprotected. We feel we have to be kind of tough on ourselves because no one is protecting us. But instead of protecting ourselves, we become harsh on ourselves. And that is not to love. That is not to find peace. Find the areas where you can feel that sense of leaning back, resting, the feminine. Allow things to be unfinished. Allow yourself to feel a little bit lost or feel like a shadow of yourself right now. Allow yourself to still hold on to the dreams or the illusions that you have lived in that has now come to the surface as maybe not a reflection of reality, but it's okay to feel them and And finally, like, pay attention to the beautiful things in your life and strengthen those, uplift those, outline those, bring more presence into those areas. I hope this resonated with someone. And thank you for watching again. And I hope you will leave a comment below if you liked this video or if it resonated with you. And you're always welcome to share below what you're going through, or if you have any reflections or something that you have paid attention to today. Maybe it can, inspire or help someone else in the comment section.